Yo, what's going on, man? I got an urgent public service announcement to report to you. Now, listen, for those who don't know about Nintendo game key cards, let's see, there's a lot to talk about, but there's something that I want to explain about the game key cards real quickly and why we cannot support them. With the Nintendo game key cards, you don't own your games. We know this, right? We know that when you're putting down your hard earned $70, $40, $50, you know what I mean? On the Yakuza Zeros, the director's cut, the Sonic generation, No, I don't think I will. Yes, you will. Nintendo fans, we have to come together. We have to fight this evil. They don't want us owning our games. Am I necessarily blaming Nintendo? Not necessarily. I haven't seen Nintendo as of yet put any of their games on game key cards, but we have the Elite Four, Sega, Square Enix, Capcom, Konami, Namco Bandai, NIS. They are all putting their games on game key cards. If you don't know what a game key card is, it says it right there on the box, letting you know that it's a game key card. Just look at when you're going to the store. Sorry, I got a video here that I want to play for you guys. When you're going to the store, yo, what's up, Zalis? Mason, what's up? Can you do the Lamar Jackson meme? Who's Lamar Jackson? You have to understand when you go into the store, it'll say it right there on the bottom. You're buying the Street Fighter 6, it'll say the game is a game key card. You're talking about the Switch 2. Yes. Switch 2 is the only one that has it. I mean, PlayStation and Xbox have it as well. But we're talking about Nintendo. You know what I mean? We're just talking about Nintendo. We have to come together as brothers to not support filth, such trash. We have to own our games. Now, with that being said, if you, also with the game key card, it says you need internet access as well. Once you get the game, you cannot play the game without internet access. Okay? That's what it says on the box. It says it on the box. It says it on the box. It needs internet service to play. Put your hand on the camera. Forget the Switch. Has anyone seen the swimming goggles? It says it on the box. I'm trying to lay this out before I go to this video because they're already sending out their agents. Only in gaming is where we have agents festering within our community, and we allow these agents to program us into believing that it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Now, listen. Something that somebody also broke down to me on my last video, they said, Zobi, don't forget about this as well. With the game key cards, if they decide to shut down the servers, that's what these companies and developers do. They'll shut down the servers on you when they move on to the next installment in the future. Now, we're not thinking about the future. We're always thinking about, what's going on right now. But me, I try to keep myself at least 10 to 12 steps when I'm playing chess. When you're playing chess, you want to be at least 10 to 12 steps ahead of your combatants. You got to make sure if you make a move, you got to also strategize. Okay, I got to have a plan B as well, just in case if he decides to counter that move that I put out there. You know what I mean? And this is what we're doing by making these videos and coming out against Nintendo saying that we will not support game key cards. Now, with that being said, news came out a few days ago saying that the game key cards are failing. They're not selling. People are not out there buying them. They said that the only game that is successful coming from these third party developers is Cyberpunk 2077. They're saying the only game that is selling in the third party market, the number one selling game, is Cyberpunk 2077. They're saying not only are the game key cards games are they failing in the States, they are also failing in Japan. They are also saying, now this is where they're going to throw you off. This is where they're going to kind of touch you with the flim flam. They're already sending out their agents. You just got to pay attention. They're also saying that you people are not even smart enough. Listen, listen to what I'm saying. This is the only community where they can do this, where they can talk to us in this type of way and get away with it. This is the only community that allows this. It's the gaming community. You cannot get away with this in the wrestling community. You cannot get away with this in the movie community. You cannot get away with this in the anime community. This is the only community in the gaming community where they can talk to us like we're stupid. And they're saying that we're not smart enough to even know what a game key card is. They're coming out with articles saying that, yeah, third party game key card sales are down. But it's not because of us. They're saying that the Sega, the Square Enix, the Capcom, the Namco Bandai, they're saying that the game key card sales are down across the board. But it's not because of us. We don't even know what a game key card is. The average gamer doesn't even know. You got to listen to what they say. Oh, the games are just old. Those are just old games. Come on. Who wants to play old games? That's what the gaming community is saying. Excuse me. That's what the media pundits within the gaming community that is feeding us this garbage. That's what they're saying. GameStop is sitting on a good amount of used Switch 2s. You don't see them because they are being refurbished in a warehouse. I saw that as well, Sereno. Also saw that majority of them have been bricked. I saw that majority of those traded in Switch 2s were bricked. Some type of tampering was going on. I'm seeing that Nintendo is also false bricking consoles as well. They're really trying to combat this DRM, the people from stealing games and things of that such. But there are, yes, the statistics are true. Nintendo Switch 2s are being traded in at an alarming amount. And we're also getting footage that the Nintendo Switch 2 screen speed is 10 times slower, 50% slower, 50% slower than the Nintendo Switch 1. Now, they're saying that you're too stupid to know what game key cards are. I'm here to tell you that you're not. The only people that are stupid are the people that set up on this channel, that set up on Twitter, that set up on Facebook, that set up on Tinder, that set up on Instagram, that set up on Grindr. Yes, yes. Some of you guys are on Grindr. and bashed Sony and bashed Xbox for creating DRM, for not allowing us to own our games, who bashed Nintendo, bashed Xbox and PlayStation for $70 games. And yet you guys were the first, those are the only stupid ones. You guys were the first one to consume the slop. Those are the stupid ones. Not us. I don't the gaming media just so happens to not criticize those people. But they criticize us who choose to not support such a damaging and hurting thing that will destroy gaming as we know it. Has destroyed gaming as we know it. Yeah, you guys know who you are. You sat up here, you talked about PlayStation, you talked about Xbox, and you're showing off your collection on Twitter, showing off your collection on Xbox and Yakuza Zero, Sonic Generations. You look crazy. Now with the statistical data to come out and say that nobody's supporting them and you are the ones, after you talked all that smack, and now you are the ones that are sitting there with the collection because you want to support Nintendo with some type of fake ass council war that isn't even real? Now you're looking stupid. You thought you were joining everybody else. Now you look stupid. Now, for here on out, I cannot trust anything you ever got to say to me. Oh, it was all fun and games when it's Sony and Xbox. But then when it was Nintendo, you were nowhere to be found. The Joker was right. These civilized people, when the chips are down, when the chips are down, when the chips are down, they will turn on you. Oh, they were so civilized. Oh my God, this is just beneath me. Oh my God, the DRM. Oh my God, the $70 games. Oh my God. They were so civilized, right? Now, they got their agents out here. So people are finding out certain Switch 1 games need to be connected to the Nintendo servers in order to access the game that you already. That's the same thing that's happening at Microsoft and Xbox and PlayStation as well. The backwards compatible games, that's an Xbox thing. You can't get access to that backwards compatibility unless your online servers are open. And you don't own that game. You own the physical game for the Xbox 360. But in order to play that game, it has to be downloaded from the Xbox servers. That's why they have a backwards compatibility list of games. You can't just throw your game in the console and play like we used to do back in the day with the Game Boy Color, like we did with the PlayStation 2, like we did with the 3DS. Just throw your thing in the console and play. It's not real backwards compatibility. It's not. But the Xbox fans and Phil Spencer is holding their hat that they're bringing back, they're doing backwards compatibility. It's not backwards compatibility. We own this game. And if we ever decide that we don't want this game on here anymore, if our servers go down, guess what? You don't have the access to that game. It's ridiculous. And the reason they do this, the reason they can do this, the reason they will do this is because they can get away with it. But it looks like statistical data is showing that Nintendo's not able to get away with it as of yet. We got to keep applying pressure. We got to keep on applying the pressure. Please circulate this video within the community. We have to keep on applying pressure. It's ridiculous. I want my game on the card so that if your servers go down or whatever, if your online servers go down, I can still play my game 30, 20, the 40, 50 years later because I paid for it, I earned it, I deserve it. It's not like you giving it to me for free. So they can shut down the servers. You can't get access to that game. You can't, but what they're gonna do is remaster it give you the Nintendo Switch version, Nintendo Switch 3 version of it, and they're not even going to make the game better. It's just going to allegedly look better for your eyes. Allegedly. Oh, look, guys, it's 60 frames per second now. It's over, it's over, it's over. But I want you guys to see this video, man, because they're sending their agents out. Oh my god, this is the one thing I hate. I can't stand when it comes to the gaming community. I can't stand it. Oh my god, it's not a big deal. One thing I cannot stand. Oh my god, it's not a big freaking deal. Calm down. That has been the number one thing plaguing and destroying the game. That one comment right there has been plaguing and destroying gaming in the modern era from the PlayStation 3 on up. Yo, wisdom, what's up? Head in the sand mentality with these people. Yeah. Oh my god. From every single game that has been destroyed. Like before the crap happened, I'd be telling y'all, this is the crap right here. This is it. This is the crap. Oh my god, it's not a big deal, man. Calm down, right? The game comes out or whatever happens, the $70 games, the DRM, it happens, and all of a sudden it's a problem. And I'm guys, I was telling you before the crap happened. But here we go. We got a guy coming on. They're sending out their agents because people are losing money. It's big money in these game key cards, man. Big money. You can make a lot of good money. You can release the Yakuza Zero Director's Edition Plus for the Nintendo Switch 3. This is big money. They would love. I mean, Sony has already showed you that this is what they want to do is keep remastering these games. People are so confused on why they keep remastering The Last of Us. And I'm going, this is the plan. Yoshida came on. I think his name is Yoshida, who used to work at PlayStation. He was fired. He was stepped down. He came out and said, yo, in order for us to make money, we have to release remasters because we're not making any money. This is the reason why we have the PlayStation 3 edition, the PlayStation 4 edition, the PlayStation 5 edition of The Last of Us 1. And this is nothing more than these companies, developers. This is the main goal, which is to continue to keep remastering and making a quick and easy buck. And what's sad is that they're saying it's the remastered edition, and then Digital Foundry or some of these people are coming on and they're connecting the wires, and there's little lines showing you that it's not even remastered. It's still garbage. Even with the Nintendo Switch 2, they're showing you these games on the Nintendo Switch, transferring over to the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's still showing that there is absolutely no improvement whatsoever. But they know that the average consumer, the average gamer is so stupid, he will fall for anything. All they got to do is put a title remastered on it, boom, sold. Hey, Zobi, are you a Dragon Ball fan? Yes, I am. I'm probably one of the biggest Dragon Ball fans I've ever met in my entire life. I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Z fan. Dragon Ball, I did not finish it, but that's besides the fact. Gaming has changed. Those devs aren't taking chances on new IPs when people don't support them. You know what's an even crazier concept, Killer Black Mamba? What chances? What chances are they taking? You gotta give me a game out there where in the last 10 years that you saw where they were taking chances. In the last 16 years, they all said, we're going to copy the format of whatever successful IP is out. What chances? Black Myth Wukong is taking chances? I'm not even sure if you see, you guys, you say these things, right? And I'm not even sure you even know what the hell you're even talking about. You guys, you say these things, you get on these goddamn platforms, and you swear that you're so smart. You're the smartest dumb people I've ever seen in my entire life. Black Myth Wukong is taking chances. I just said in the last 16 years, what chances have they taken when they continue to copy whatever the successful format is? They literally, developers like Capcom have literally came out of their mouths and said, we want to do what Call of Duty is doing. Black Myth Wukong is a Chinese developed game. Now, I have nothing against my Chinese brothers and sisters. But every single Chinese game that I've seen that was created was a copy of something else that was successful. I'm not, you guys have no idea of a concept of what taking risk with IPs even means because you grew up in an era of nobody taking any chances. I am 40 years old. I know I don't look it. I know. I am 40 years old. I have been there for the Super Nintendo, for no Friendo. I've been there for the NES. I've been there for the Sega Genesis. Am I saying that all the games on there were taking risk? Absolutely not. When I was coming up the Super No Friendo, the NES, and the Genesis, they were all creating platformers. They all wanted to create the go-to platformer. But the games that stuck out were the games that took risk. In this generation alone, there is no game that is standing out. The games that became the icons are the games that took risk. Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Shinmu, Super Mario Brothers. In the games that take risks, like Super Mario Brothers, where they change the game every single time they create the game as a brand new freaking gaming experience, y'all say y'all don't want that no more. Yeah, Catherine, Persona, when that first came out, every single iconic game that ever came out, that those are whatever the icons are, those are the ones that took the risk. Final Fantasy VII, the original, will always be 10 times more again, or 10 times more iconic than Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I'm not saying my generation was perfect coming up through the 40 years, but I'm trying to tell you, man, nobody's taking risk. Nobody. Nobody. And in gaming, in movies, in music, nobody is taking the risk. Nobody's jumping off that ledge to become a risk taker. And Black Myth Wukong, a Chinese made game. Every single Chinese made game that I seen was a copy of another game. Black Myth Wukong, Dark Souls. Um, um, what's that game? What's that game, man? Where what's the game that plays like Zelda Breath of the Wild? Chinese made game. It was real popular for a while on PlayStation. It's so sad that I can't remember the name of these games. What's that game? Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. Thank you. What's the game that just came out and Pokemon is suing them? What's the game that just came out and Pokemon is suing them because there's no creativity or originality? They literally just blatantly stole from them. It's so bad now that we're just literally blatantly stealing and, and getting sued. Power World, thank you. Risk takers. There's no risk takers. We haven't had it in the last 16 years. And it has, you got to show me where are the games that took these risks and failed? What's great about gaming is you could take those risks, right? And maybe it might have not have connected with the fans at that time, but it will if a good game is going to connect no matter what. You know what I mean? A good game is going to connect. It might not connect at that time, but it'll connect. There are a lot of PlayStation 2 hidden gem videos. There are a lot of 3DS hidden gem videos. There are a lot of DS hidden gem videos, man. PlayStation 1 hidden gem videos. Yes, I know it's all about making the money, the moolah, and all that, but come on, damn, man. I remember when it was about the creativity, man. I remember that one of the most creative councils I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, I know it's a bad example, but you know this. That council was beautiful, man. The Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast had like three JRPGs, and that's my all-time favorite genre. But oh my, I felt like every day I was just playing something new and creative. Shinmu, Power Stone, Soul Calibur, Sonic Adventure. It was just Marvel versus Capcom. The Marvel versus Capcom 2. It was just it was just a bevy of games, man. Where I was just like, man, what the hell? I thought that's what gaming was. Seriously, I really thought that gaming was we're just gonna create some new hot ish. That I really thought that was what it was. From what I was experiencing during the PlayStation 1 Dreamcast era. That went away. They did something to the people. They have cloned the people into believing that they're playing something creative and new. Sega Dreamcast was awesome. Grandia 2, oh my God, bro. So many games, man. I remember I played House of the Dead for the first time. I remember I played Sword of Berserk. I remember playing, there's so many games I never even played. Super Nintendo. From that Super Nintendo, that PlayStation 1 Dreamcast run, I swore I thought that was what gaming was. Game Boy Color, Game Boy. I swore gaming was all about PSP. I swore gaming was all about just creating brand new gaming experiences. The only time that you got a repeated gaming experience, this is going to hurt because the people that are talking about Black Myth Wukong, it's going to hurt you guys, what I'm about to say, because you guys are the biggest phonies in gaming. You know where these guys came from? You know where that repeating the same game yearly over and over and not taking any risk and making the money, but making money without making risk. You know where that concept came from? And it wasn't Call of Duty. It came from these guys who are, what's the big deal? It's not a big deal. Who cares? It came from these guys who would buy Xboxes only to play these games and nothing else. And they're just now figuring out about Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon. Does anybody know? Ooh, wow, Bishop. Bishop's the only one that got it. It came from you sports weirdos. You sports weirdos. You guys used to sit here and you would clown us because we were getting access to these mind blowing gaming experiences. You guys would sit there and you would tease us, you would clown us, you would call us losers. Now you guys are trying to make tiptoe your way to our side all of a sudden now. And now you want to tell us it's not a big deal that Final Fantasy VII Remake is like this. You guys want to tell us it's not a big deal that Final Fantasy 16 is like this. You want to tell us it's not a big deal that Resident Evil's got the goddamn camera stamped to the back of the head of the character. You guys want to make a big deal that Persona 4 Remake has the goddamn, you guys are the ones that they are catering to. You guys are the ones that think that Black Myth Wukong is some type of creative new IP when it's just a reskin of another game. You guys, you transferred over to our side. Now you guys are opening up these podcasts. You're getting on here, you're running your mouth, you're babbling, you're watching these meteoric podcasts. You get on there, you're battling, and now you're finally broadening your horizon. And now you want to tell us who's been here all this whole time that everything is fine. You Madden and 2K and NBA Live weirdos are the worst thing that ever happened to gaming. You're the worst. You are scum to the bottom of everybody's shoe. Now you want to come over here and tell me, somebody who was playing these kooky and quirky and weird games, I got teased for these games. I'm still getting teased for these games now. I used to hate sport games. Me too, bro. Hey, Carol, what's up? Solo, what's going on? Those were great games that didn't sell on the 360. Exactly. Those RPGs would have fit better on the Wii or the PS3. No, it would not. It would have fit better. Um, it would have not. It would have not because, no, it would not. Because at that time, there was a shift in the gaming media purposely was coming after Japanese games. And you're going to think I'm lying, but I'm dead serious. Go back and watch the reviews for Blue Dragon from IGN. Go back and watch the reviews from X-Play. Go back and watch the reviews from GameStop. There was a witch hunt on Japanese games. After they saw that the West can recycle games over and over again with the rise of Grand Theft Auto, Madden, Live, EA, and Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar, they were paying news media sites to bash Japanese games, to uplift their games. And they were having articles all over their website. It wasn't just them. It was multiple Western developers that were paying. They were plastering their emblems all over the website and things of that such. Yeah, that's not true because PlayStation had Nino Kuni, it had White Knight Chronicles, it had a bevy of games that didn't sell, that were great games. But it was just a witch hunt at that time. Nobody was going to be able to eat. They were coming after Nintendo like crazy with the Wii. Remember? Y'all forgot. It makes sense. PlayStation and Xbox wanted to sell uniquely to America. Yes. They were paying for that. But now, 16 to 17, 18 years later, Those media sites are dead. Um, those games that I'm talking about that try to cheat the game are dying. Um, and everything is Japan games are booming and popping, so I can't be too mad. I mean, the cream is always going to rise to the top. You can't stop greatness. You can't stop God. Creativity is God. God is creativity. When you see somebody being creative, when you see something creative, that's God. And when you see somebody hyping up Black Myth with Wukong as some type of new ideas, and that's the devil. I can't believe this asshole came in my chat and said Black Myth Wukong was some type of creative G. Come on, stop, man, stop it. Where where y'all come from, man? What games were y'all playing when y'all were back on the PS2? Please let me know in the chat room. Let me know. I didn't play those games. I was forced to play them because of my cousins, but it wasn't. I wasn't running out and go buy those games. No, it was sports guys that told Nintendo and Sega that they needed to cut out all the gimmicks and support PlayStation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh, Black Myth will come for the Switch 2, please. Give me guns. Yeah. Piece of shit game. It gave us trash. See, I hate when y'all try to use the Monkey King against me. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the Monkey King. I know what the Monkey King. The Monkey King is creative. The Monkey King is a protector. That was bull crap, man. Stop. I hate when y'all do that. But yeah, the gaming key cards. They're using Nintendo to get away with it, but it's really Microsoft and Sony. I This game key card thing. I'm a conspiracy theorist. It doesn't seem Nintendo-ish to me. I'm not trying to take the blame away from Nintendo, but it feels like because I see certain things, and I see how Phil Spencer tries to be chummy with Nintendo and PlayStation and things of that such. But I feel like the chummy thing goes all the way back to the movie Sinners. Y'all gotta watch these black movies, these black exploitation movies in the modern era, like Get Out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should watch them all, but Get Out, Sinners, Us. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Those are some good movies to watch if you really want to get a bird's eye view of what's going on in gaming. We talked about how Get Out was talking about this. You would see black people on here talking crazy on social media, and then you start looking in the forehead and you start seeing stitching. You know what I mean? Stitching scars. If you saw the movie Get Out, you know what I'm talking about. There was some type of brain swap. You know what I mean? And at first, y'all thought I was trolling. Yeah, come on, a brain swap? And now cats be like, yo, Zobi, that dude got brain swapped, man. Now people are using my brain swapping theory. You know what I mean? Hey, happy birthday, Quandel. Quandel Dingle. Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, come on. Just the 6 by it bothers me. Come on. What? 6? I didn't like 5. 5 was horrible. Five was one of the. I haven't liked anything from that company in a very long time because they sold out. They Skyrim was one of the biggest fall offs in gaming history, man. Because Oblivion was the perfect example of where to take the Elder Scrollian series. And then they said, you know what? No, we're going to make it into Call of Duty. And that's what they did. They literally turned Elder Scrolls into Call of Duty. And ever since then, every game has been Call of Duty. Elder Scrolls 5, Oblivion, Fallout 4. Starfield. Like they just keep getting worse and worse and worse because they forgot the RPG elements. And you think, okay, they're gonna do better this time, right? You think, okay, with Starfield, they learn their lessons. They got to turn it back to an RPG. They don't learn. They're gonna find it to make it even more like Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto. Please, Elder Scrolls, no, no, it's over. After Oblivion, you shouldn't be playing. Go play the remaster of the Oblivion. That's the most. I would say that's where you stop right there. You guys are so confused. Six? Come on, let me read these. Elder Six will be bigger. Oh, I'm sorry. He agrees with me. I just saw Elder Scrolls 6 and I just lost it. Elder Scrolls 6 will be a bigger failure than Skyrim. Bethesda is dead and lost their time. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, brother. Listen, I really, I believe with you. I believe you. And they released it 10 times. Yes. And that's what the game key cards are for. I know what they're trying to do. They're going to release the game key card games, Street Fighter, you know what I mean? Street Fighter 6, and then the next console is going to come out, man. They're going to shut down the Street Fighter 6, and Cass is going to be like, yo, Street Fighter 6, Director's Edition. They're going to try to sell this, they're going to try to sell us, they're going to do the Skyrim model on us, bro. That Skyrim model try to sell us the same game for 10 years and make like minor adjustments. Minor. They're not going to actually fix the game. They're going to make tiny minor. They're going to do some type of thing where you can go to Digital Foundry and look at the little squiggly line move up and down and crap like that. It's bull. I can't believe that's what gaming turned into. I cannot believe that's what gaming is right now. Squiggly lines. People are literally more. They don't give a damn about the actual video game. They just want to know what the frames is looking like. The Oblivion. Oh yeah, that the Oblivion Master was bad. They turned it. They made the color look awful. The original Oblivion was a beautiful, colorful game, and they just took all the color out. Man, I'm telling you, man, they doing some weird programming, MK Ultra on us, bro, through the games. They're trying to get rid of all the joy and excitement of life out of the video game. Look at this, man. Look at this. This guy, now, but to go back to what I was saying with the game key cards, this guy's coming on here and saying, oh my God, what's the big freaking deal? Oh my God, stop. Why is it, But he's an agent. He works for, because like I told you, the game key cards failed. And they wanted to blame it. They didn't want to give you the credit. They wanted to say that you were too stupid to even know what a game key card is, even though I go into every single comment section and everybody says no to game key cards. They want to make it seem like we're not hip to what's going on. They want to make it seem like we're just so stupid. This is the only community where they do this, where they look at you guys as stupid. They do. They don't want to give you the credit. No, they just don't even know what it is. I'm pretty sure the people that didn't even buy the game key cards didn't even know nothing about it because, oh my God, they were old games. But the number one selling third party game that's not just so happened to not be a game key card is Cyborgian Punk 2077, an old ass game that runs better on other consoles. Go to Digital Foundry right now. You can see the squiggly lines and everything. But check this guy. This guy wants to tell us, oh my God, it's not a big freaking deal. The videos are coming. Watch.
Okay, I want to show you something because there's quite the misconception about these game key cards. So this one on the right here is Street Fighter, and this is a game key card, meaning that there is no data on this other than basically a download for Street Fighter, which means the entire thing needs to be downloaded from Nintendo servers to actually be able to play this game, and that takes up space on the Switch. This is Cyberpunk. This is a 64 gigabyte card, and that means this entire game is on this card. All you need to do is update the game and you're good to go. All of the data is stored on here. But there's some people that think that you need to be connected to the internet, so I went ahead and forgot my network. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in the game key card into the Switch 2. And now, if I open up Street Fighter, it works. You don't need to be connected to the internet to use the game keycard. It is still very weird, but like, I don't know, I don't think it's that big of a deal as everyone's making it. Okay, I want to show you something because...
You see what I'm saying? Oh shoot, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell are you on? Oh. What the hell, Burton? What the hell, LeBron James? What the hell is that? Some type of they're hacking me. Did you see that? Oh my god, I just got hacked. I just got it. They just hacked my channel. Yo, y'all didn't see that? Oh my god, some type of AI. Some type of AI just came in here, yo. Did y'all see that? Yo, you start speaking the truth, man. These developers, man, they start hacking your channel. Did y'all say it? Did y'all see that? Oh my god, bro, they hacked me, dude. What the hell? Yeah, they just cloned me. Some type of AI came in here, bro. Oh my god, but sent me to the Matrix. But bro, yo, they're already sending out their agents. I don't see what the big freaking deal is. And that one term alone has destroyed gaming. That one term right there has really, and people fall for it. You guys will literally sit there and you will fall for well, I mean, I guess it's not a big deal, you know? You guys don't want to seem like you're on the outside looking in, you know? You want to fit in, especially they sending the white guy with crazy looking fingers, you know what I mean? You guys will definitely fall for that. The black guy with nice looking fingers, you won't listen to him. Good glowing skin, you know what I mean? Perfectly symmetrical beard, mustache, no gray in the beard, you know what I mean? A winning smile. No, I need to listen to the guy that has a rat in his attic and the rat smell wakes him up in the morning. That's his alarm clock. That's the guy. That term alone, I just don't see what the big deal is. Has devastated gaming. It's a huge freaking deal. They're sending out their agents to come and take away something that we love, man. Making us slaves to them, man. That's ridiculous. When I pay my money, man, my money is my money. I paid for that. I don't give a damn what I do with it after I paid for it. I don't give a damn what y'all do after. You can sit on it. You could jerk on it. I don't give. You can use it as a coaster. I don't give a damn. But it's yours. Yeah, who told Phil Spencer? Who told Microsoft? Who told Sony that there's some type of godlike figures where they can tell me what I can and cannot do or something that I paid for? Who the hell are these people? Yeah, you can use it as a yeah. I can tell you're a gamer who knows a lot. I'm just a fan of gaming. You know what I mean? I don't like putting labels on myself. I'll never put a label on me. But I'm just a fan of gaming, and I do not like what I'm seeing from these gaming developers. I don't like what I'm seeing from these fanboy extremists. It's okay to be a fan, but you know, I don't even think it's okay to be a fan. To be honest with you, it's okay to be a supporter. But the extremist part is what bothers me is that even though they're practicing these demonic and satanic rituals on you, you guys will still sit up here and support them, knowing that it's wrong. We literally sat up here years ago talking about how bad it was for Xbox to have DRM, how bad it was for Sony to charge $70 for video games. And then when Nintendo does it, it's like, it's not a big deal. I don't see what the big deal is. It sickens me, man. I can't help it. I wish I could just be quiet and drink the Kool Aid and obey. I wish I could do those things, but it's just not in my blood. It's you know what I mean? Like, would Goku be Goku if he just sat at home eating and chilling, minding his business? Or does Goku become the hero by getting on a spaceship and flying to Namek and taking on the Ginyu Force and Frieza, going into the unknown, all to protect? Would your favorite anime character be a hero if he just said, it's just not a big deal? Why is it okay for people to get on the internet and destroy something that we love, but it's not okay for your favorite anime character? It's not okay for your favorite superhero. It's not okay for Spider Man. It's not, you know what I mean? Remember when games used to be good? PS3, Xbox 360 was the last time something was good. It was the last time, but we knew that it was the downfall. We knew. We were like, oh, you know what I mean? And it wasn't. And the thing was, it was a downfall, and we didn't see Sony making any course corrections. That what was scary. Usually, when there's a downfall, you go, okay, and the PlayStation 3 was a downfall, right? They that was a horrible console. They lost. They just showed a report the other day showing how much billions of dollars they lost. But when I was coming up, if there was a it was there, if there was a mess up, there was going to be a course correction. But what they did was just get the media on their side and say, you know what? We're not going to correct anything. We're going to get these people in line. And that's the true downfall is when they said, we're not going to course correct. You're going to do exactly what we say. That's scary. Microsoft did the same thing. When they came out there and they showed the DRM with Don Matrick and everything like that, and we all came out and Microsoft lost a lot of money because of that. Microsoft is still struggling to this day with that whole situation, but they didn't course correct. They didn't. They just changed the faces, added a smile to it. It goes back to, I got distracted, but it goes back to my black movie theory with Sinners. I think Phil Spencer's one of the worst things that ever happened in gaming. One of the worst. And I called him out a long time ago. I believe he's the one that shadow banned my channel. I'm on live right now. Nobody knows I'm online. Somebody's gonna come in later on and say, Zobe, I didn't know you were live. I didn't get no notifications. I didn't get nothing. I got unsubscribed from your channel. And the that guy that comes like Sinners that comes around smiling and wants to be your buddy and your pal and wants to do business with you and wants to, you know what I mean? That mother sucker scares me the most. We're just here to spread the love of Jesus, man. We're just here to spread love, man. We just want to get down in the juke joint with you, man. No, man, take your ass down the street, man. that was When the guy from Sinners told those vampires to take your dumb ass down the street, that was Zombie 70 right there. Xbox didn't make any course corrections. They still kept the DRM. They just changed up the faces, and the faces have smiles. Oh, and guess what? They got black faces too. Oh, and the black women. Don't forget about the black women's, because we loves our black women's. All they did was change the faces around. They didn't say, okay, you know what? Let's just create a bunch of games. You know what? Let's no. They just okay. You know what? We're not even going to give you any more exclusives anymore. We're not even going to release games with physical disc anymore. We're going to charge you $80 for games. There has been no course correction over there at Microsoft whatsoever. They just changed up to a more friendlier faces to give off the illusion that they care, but they don't. They're vampires. They're vampires. And the thing that Sinners taught us is that the vampire can't get you unless you let them in. When you are supporting DRM, when you are supporting game key cards, when you support the $70 to $80 games, you've invited them in.